on 1089 and 1053 AM. Hawksby and Jacobs on Talk Sport.
It's 9:25, it's Hawksby and Jacobs with you through until 10. Then Ian Collins takes over and you've got some details, Andy.
I have. Dr. Susan Barkley from SeaMonkeyWorship.com.
Oh, right, yeah.
And author of The Ultimate Guide to Sea Monkeys. She's on tonight. The doctor is an honorary from the Sea Monkey College of Crustacean Knowledge. Apparently she runs a serious organisation with some amount of jest. You can buy a doctorate from the Sea Monkey College of Crustacean Knowledge for $6. The average life of a sea monkey is a couple of months, although if you look after them as you should, they can live for a couple of years.
Sadly, when the programme I worked on, we had some office sea monkeys during the run, and they didn't last as long as the series. We didn't care for them, maybe. Well, we actually weren't in charge of caring for them.
Right.
But water was added, and at that point there was no going back.
Do they actually exist? I know somebody had some, and they're not a joke, are they? They do actually exist.
I remember them existing years ago. Maybe we talked again. They're kind of little things. They're not really, obviously, they're not monkeys. But on the old Bazooka Joe, when I was very young,
I remember
the Bazooka Joe chewing gum used to kind of collect your little vouchers and send off for stuff like the kind of mad key ring and things.
Yeah.
And one of them was sea monkeys. And the image they used, if you wanted to get so many Bazooka Joe wrappers, was a monkey in an aqualung swimming. And now when you're young, you're thinking, I want that.
Yeah.
I want a monkey in an aqualung, but a very small one in my house.
Yeah, in your bath.
And that's what you imagine it was like, a very small monkey.
And when it arrived, what happened?
It was kind of just some small thing.
It's a sort of organism.
It was like an organism, which was... See, I'd been promised a monkey in an aqualung. And, you know, when you're young, you get
Trade descriptions. Yeah.
I'm more of a fan of the seahorse myself.
The seahorse, well, the seahorse is different. The
seahorse is a marvellous thing.
It's horse-like, but if you can't just add water to a bunch of powder and a seahorse, that's not the way it works, Andy.
I prefer the mermaid.
Well, yeah, you would.
God, you're getting
now you're getting so muscly. Imagine the state of him at the moment.
Hanging around Sainsbury's fish counter.
Yeah.
I'm not looking like Michelin Man, you know, just toned up. You know?
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Good,
Let's get on with the CIS clips.
Before we do, I feel everybody feels the same. Will Murphy was telling us about, have you noticed the actions of Sven during the England games? Even funnier. They've been showing, going, come on, Teddy! Come on, Teddy!
Is that him speaking?
Yeah, it is.
I wasn't sure whether
it's him.
They've got a mic on him, have they? They're sort of a gun mic. And
wasn't it funny?
It was brilliant.
Come on, Teddy!
Come on, he got all annoyed, didn't he? That's funny. Sven doesn't normally do that.
It was the shouting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what got me. Anyway.
I just wondered whether they'd sort of dubbed it in some...
Was that ITV?
I think the Beeb did it. I think. I can't remember.
No, I think it may have been.
He was
whatever.
gun mic'd up from touch side.
Yeah, from the other side, exactly.
Yeah, there we are. Gun mic'd up from touch. All the technical terms we're getting here.
Well, you know, you have to, don't you?
Yeah.
A gun mic is a pretty obvious thing, isn't it?
Or alternatively, it would have been an omnidirectional mic.
Oh, here we are. See, now you're getting out of hand now.
Yeah. Scarlet painted six-wheeler, omnidirectional mic.
Yeah. Let's go with the clips then.
That's right.
The old Michael Flanders and Donald Swan songbook there. The side Saunders.
Really? Good old Si. He's asleep now. Si goes to bed about 8:30 because he's up at 4, go and get the milk and the papers, isn't he? And his slippers.
Donald Swan material.
Old people are like. Anyway, let's move on to the CIS sponsored clips.
Scarlet painted. Was
that Captain Scarlet?
Do you remember that one?
No, is it Captain Scarlet?
They used to. They were hugely popular at the time.
What sort of year? Just roughly what year?
Flanders and Swan, they were big for decades, mate. They were huge.
In what sort of years,
though? If I say mud, glorious mud to you, does that make any sense?
What, in the 60s?
Well, the 50s, the 60s, possibly the 40s as well.
Oh, I see.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
so you've got to be over 50 to sort of appreciate it.
Well, no, I'm not over 50, but I knew who they were. You just got to maybe appreciate the finer things in life rather than just pumping iron and chatting up 17-year-old girls in convulsions in Swaffham. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to the CIS sponsored clips. I know Jonathan's got 4 unofficial ones.
Oh, God.
I've got 2 unofficial.
Oh, OK. They've been cut down, but left in the show.
The length of 4 because of the kind of garbled leading. Let's get underway with the official ones.
Okay.
And this was Alan and Mike. Now, a big film of last year, possibly one of the biggest novels of the past decade.
Yeah.
Was
Captain Corelli's
Captain Corelli's Mandolin, that's right. And Alan and Mike were talking films the other day, and Alan's seen the film, but it didn't seem to have a lasting impression on him.
And what was the musical instrument? Come on, Mr. Parry. Come on,
violin.
No, it was not a violin. That was, I've just seen that film, Captain Corelli. It was a balalaika, you dummy.
Oh, the balalaika. Captain Corelli's balalaika?
I think you saw the Russian version.
I did enjoy that Captain Corelli's balalaika.
He said the Italians were lucky so-and-so's yesterday, fighting back, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I reckon it's all thanks to the Azzurri coach Giovanni Trapattoni, or should I say, Hollywood legend Lloyd Bridges. Doesn't
No.
look anything like him. The latest of my football lookalikes. Oh,
There we
yeah,
are.
marvellous.
I think
mate.
he's back home now. They agree with bring him back home. Bring Moen back home. He's obviously not particularly familiar with the show. We said that any of our Turkish listeners, maybe they could shed some light on it. We've got Ali in North London. Hi, Ali.
Hi, Nigel.
He thought it was being a Nigel Botherway.
Hello, Nigel.
Hello, Nigel. How you doing? I love the fishing show. Much better than Keith.
Oh, sorry. I'll just give you a time check, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gone 9:32. Don't forget Andy Gray coming up at 10 o'clock here on the Sports Breakfast. 9:32, Tiger after the ball on the left-hand side. 9:32 here on TalkSport.
What time was it?
Captain Corelli's Mashy Niblick.
Just want to say that it's not Andy Gray coming up at 10.
No. Okay.
It's better like it.
What a film that was.
Anything for the cause.
Exactly.
Yeah, do anything for the cause, Jonathan.
Apparently.
Of course.
Yeah, as long as it's not Jim, that's what worries me. Of all the choice you could have, as long as it's not Jim. So,
Oh, yeah.
but Figo, or Figu, as he's now known,
Yeah, that's right.
was kind of talking down the chances of both
And
countries,
speaks
really.
English. This is Luis Figo.
This is Luis Figo Speaks.
I think it's going to be like the first final for the both country. Korea and Portugal, they are discussing the...
Well, disgusting.
apparently.
Yeah, for Korea
I
and
thought Portugal weren't that good, but Korea played quite well.
Yeah, they didn't do
Peter
too
Drury
bad.
thought they're the best team ever.
That's right. He wouldn't
In the
say they were
history of football.
disgusting. He's still wiping the tears from his eyes.
Sure.
Now,
Let's face it, Kevin, from here on in is when you find out the real quality. You find out in the knock-off stages.
The old knockoff stages.
knock-off stages.
Yeah, very lucrative for the people.
there we are.
Want to buy a leather jacket?
That's no,
Talking
I
of-
was going to leave it there. Well,
Gosh, and it's on every day. I mean, the money he's making.
God.
I know, because with the wrestling show was coming
Alex
up.
Shane.
That's right, Alex Shane, that's right. But he's making so much money, all he can think about is the money he's making. Listen to this.
Tomorrow morning, 6 to 8, Big Fight Special, Chris Cooper, Steve Collins and Steve Bunce out in Memphis. Coming up next on TalkSport, Alex Bunce.
It's all bunts
It's all
with him,
bunts.
you see. It's just all bunts. He can't stop thinking about the bunts, can he? Steve Bunce, Alex Bunce, Alvin Bunce, and Chrissy Bunce, the Charlton player. He can't stop thinking about the money he's made. So, Jonathan, by the way, Sport or Naught very shortly.
Yeah, actual clips. Well, David
ones.
Beckham, obviously out and doing very well at the moment. Probably a big TalkSport listener, but see if you can guess which show that he listens
Is there
to.
a special intensity to England-Argentina games, given the World Cup history and the wider history, obviously?
Yeah, of course there is, you know.
So there you go.
Of course.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry, yeah, when with you
Because
there.
he says, of course.
Yeah.
That does make it... He did actually
He likes
borrow
Nicky
that.
Kaufman's show.
Yeah,
He
that's
listens
right.
to that.
And the past 20 years, and maybe you'd just come back. Obviously, it was Lennox Tyson last week, but if you come back off your desert island, you may have thought perhaps it was possibly a gunfight.
Mike Tyson's eyes, shark-like eyes, staring to Lennox Lewis. His legs turn to jelly. His nerves are going. His chest is panting. And then bang, bang, bang. The Tyson bullets come in. Boom, boom, boom. The Tyson guns come in. All of a sudden, Lennox is sprawled all over the canvas. Canvas back, Jack.
I mean, you wouldn't
When
have
did
thought...
that happen?
I mean, you
That was
would have...
obviously a pre-fight prediction.
Yeah, that was a pre-fight, but you'd have thought, you know, with all those bullets and bangs going on, you thought
That's right.
maybe it was a gunfight.
Well, there was a time we were frightened he would come in with a gun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there we are, Jonathan. Thanks very much.
Karikawa was Spoto Kaziro Izon comes on. TalkSport, no Hawksby under Jacobs.
Peter Drury.
It was. It's time for
Speaks
Sport or
fluent
Not.
Korean now.
Oh, he does. He's picked it up. We've got to rock, though, boys, because we're running a bit tight
Yeah,
on
okay.
time. So let's say hello to Sean in Ripley in Surrey. Hi, Sean.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Not too bad, thanks.
Good, good, good. And we've got Matt in Bishop Stortford. Hi, Matt.
Hiya, how you doing?
Yeah, not bad. So we're going to have to rock on. It's a Danish special tonight, guys. All these people...
Baka.
And we'll double it up to 2 as Arthur Ellis down. It's a knockout. It's a proper Danish horse, a winner of the Danish Derby. And then when they want to go for that, they can say this.
Today's horse, Kaya no Oma.
And that's what...
Gaston me Mario de Tour.
No, you know what?
Okay.
It's not... It's,
Andy Goldfish.
it's the Morton Silverstone Memorial.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
You got a coin yet, Andy?
Oh, I have. Shut
After
up.
all
Here we
these
go.
months.
Heads. It's not that I haven't got a coin. It's...
Nobody's called yet, Andy.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, Sean's called Tails. Sean, call now, Sean.
Tails.
Heads it is
It's
again.
heads.
Sorry.
See, you should have stuck with the thoughts. Okay, don't forget Jokers and the horse. Matt, Vetrotex. veteran.